coming through with another live stream. As you enter the chat, make sure you hit the thumbs up button on the way in. What's the aftermath of the syringe? What's the aftermath, y'all? I see y'all rolling in the chat pretty quick. Let's see. We got Derek Mossholder in here. We got I Am Under Control in here. We got Chosen from the Most High. Marissa Dartez. That's what's up. I'm glad y'all catching another live stream. We're going to go right in today. Now, I know a lot of y'all been seeing what's going on in the news in regards to these vaccinations that seems to be being imposed upon the general public. We got a lot to discuss in this particular live stream. You know, I can only speculate what's going to happen. The Most High only knows what's to come after people decide to get vaccinated, especially when you're looking at a vaccination that's been fast-tracked. Normally, such a vaccine would take a number of years to perfect. But, you know, people are going to do what people are going to do. And for sure, we're going to see something happen. There's going to be an aftermath to all of this. Now, let me just put the disclaimer out there. I am not a medical physician. I am not a scientist. I never went to school for medicine. You know, I only can speculate. But I can definitely tell you this, that according to my instincts, according to my innate spiritual nature, my instincts, my impulses, my conscience, something definitely tell me that there's a very perverse stratagem taking place against God's chosen people. And I feel like I must remain dubious through all of this. And I'm hoping that you all remain dubious, attentive. I hope you got your eyes peeled. I hope you're watching. I hope you're also being studious to what's going on. To be totally frank with you, I'm really feeling like there's a real diabolical plot. I mean, something that's going on behind the scenes that is just ominous, mega maniacal, straight up wicked. That's what I can tell you based on my instincts. Not the fact that I'm a scientist, not the fact that I know all the ingredients that's in the vaccine. No, everything I'm saying is solely based on how I feel, how I look at the world. And as far as I'm concerned, I still have freedom of speech. I still have the right to speak my mind and my opinion. And I also have the right to speculate upon what I think that's going to happen from a very spiritual aspect or vantage point. And that's what we do. And in this particular stream, I'm going to go to some sources. All right. I'm going to go to some sources because I want everyone to be able to make an educated, conclusive decision on how they feel during this time, on what they believe is the right choice for them and their family in this time. All right. So one of the first sources I'm going to go to is actually an interview between Tiffany Haddish and Fauci. I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, when I watched this particular interview, my mind was blown. And I said to myself, the saying that the Most High looks out for fools and babies is just absolutely untrue. Babies have no control over what the parents do. Fools are going to make foolish decisions and be led like sheep to the slaughter. So we got to wisen up. And I hope you can read in between the lines of what I'm saying here. Fools choose to be foolish. And I'm not speaking in regards to Tiffany Haddish. I'm speaking in regards to people in general, okay? But I'm going to play this particular video clip. I want y'all to go ahead and mash the thumbs up. Allow this video to fluctuate through the algorithms, because this video will help a lot of people make a very educated decision on what they want to do with their lives. All right. So show your support. All right. Let's go to this clip here. Tiffany Haddish interview with Fauci. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Having some technical difficulties. Bear with me. Seems that my computer has froze up. I'm going to give it a moment to kick in. All right. Some reason it just opened a new tab out of nowhere. All right. Well, while this thing is working.
And you know, I'm not the biggest on vaccines personally, because the last time I got vaccinated, I got sick, and I was like, I'm not feeling that. So like,
let's start that from scratch.
Now I've been hearing all this stuff about these vaccines, and you know, I'm not the biggest on vaccines personally, because the last time I got vaccinated, I got sick, and I was like, I'm not feeling that. So like, and mind you, I was young then, and I always am curious. Like, I noticed that on most medications and stuff, they tell you what's in it, but they don't never tell you what's in the vaccine. Why? Well,
that's an excellent question. Now, Tiffany Haddish seems to be very inquisitive in this particular interview with Fauci. She wants to know why on other medications it lists the ingredients, but we really don't know what's in these vaccinations. On top of that, the last time I got a flu shot when I was young, I got sick. So she's concerned. You know, nobody wants to get sick, right?
They do. I can tell you exactly what's in the vaccine. And by the way,
he said I could tell you exactly what's in the vaccine. Let's see if Fauci tells her exactly what's in the vaccine. And she's excited to hear it too.
Why? Well, they do. I can tell you exactly what's in the vaccine. And by the way,
you can?
I will. But let me get back to when you said you took the vaccine and you got sick. Tiffany, you don't know me very well, but trust me on this one.
Okay.
When people usually get a flu vaccine during the flu season, and what happens is that they get the vaccine and they were already exposed to the flu 3 days ago. They wind up getting the flu and they say, it was the vaccine that gave me the flu. The vaccine cannot give you the flu. You can get the flu in the flu season when you're getting the vaccine. But
now, did you hear this total idiocy that this man just said? Do you hear what this devil just said? This dude is a master manipulator. Do you hear what Satan Seed just said? He said, you can still get the flu in flu season after getting the vaccine. Ladies and gentlemen, what's the purpose of getting a vaccine if it's not stopping you from getting the flu? Think about that. And this is why I say the Most High is not going to look out for fools. If you're not discerning these spirits and listening with your spiritual eye, you are going to fall for the hokey doke. These devils are going to be able to jug and finesse you like it's nobody's damn business. Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Just because this man has a little smile on his face, a little smirk, seems to be very friendly, right? Articulate. Anytime any of these doctors wear lab coats or suits, what do? We believe every damn thing that spews out of their wretched mouths. Let's continue. Let's replay that. All right.
Cannot give you the flu. You can get the flu in the flu season when you're getting the vaccine. But let's get back to COVID-19.
So what's the point?
What's
the point of getting a vaccine if you can get the flu in the season where you're getting the vaccine? It's so ridiculous, y'all. I mean, it's just totally just it goes over my head, man, when I hear such ridiculous talk. I'm telling
you. That people can have some hesitancy about vaccines because not really fully understand how safe they really are. And the fact is, they don't go out on the market unless they've gone through some very extensive safety and efficacy trials.
If that's the case, why do these vaccinations have insurance policies? Why do they have insurance policies? To stop the lawsuits from going out. That's why. If it's so ethical, why is it that in preliminary trials, people are dying? There has to be some type of clause that's being signed to protect Big Pharma. That's just common sense, because you're going to have a loss of life if you're doing trials. 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a loss of life. Let's just be totally frank about it. But let's see if he gets to telling Tiffany Haddish exactly what's in the vaccinations, because that was the question. She said she got sick before, taking a flu shot, and she's not a big fan of vaccines. She's not a big fan of getting sick. He goes on to say you can still get sick although you take the vaccine, pretty much. All right, double talk. Now let's see if he actually gives her the ingredients. Because I would like to know. Inquiring minds would like to know.
Having said that, you can't expect the people who are not trustworthy about vaccines to just believe everybody. I think particularly in the African American community, which over decades historically have suffered.
Y'all got to watch this interview. Tiffany Haddish facial expressions are priceless, bro. I mean, her face, I can't show y'all for copyright's sake, but when you get a chance, watch Tiffany Haddish and Fauci. Like, she's a smart woman. Like, she didn't believe what he said. All this jargon that he's saying, she's not believing it. I can tell looking at her face. And, you know, she also knows that the black community don't trust these people because we're in information highway right now. You know, we know about the Tuskegee experiments. Hell, we don't even have to go that far back. You can go to swine flu, H1N1. I mean, it's information highway. Like we're a lot of us, a great deal of our community don't trust these people. And then you have the fools. And there's a great deal of fools as well. All right.
from being taken advantage of by medical community in testing. I mean, the infamous Tuskegee that no one will ever or should ever forget. But the fact is, the reason we want to get good representation of minorities, particularly African American.
Get good representation of minorities. That means what we're going to do is we're going to roll out people who represent your community. We're going to have taskmasters that speak pretty much for your community, people who represent you. Although, listen, none of these celebrities, none of these politicians represent us whatsoever. All right? None of them. They're sellouts. Our communities don't respect them. Even if we watch them for entertainment, we don't want to be like them. We know what they got to go through. We know the rituals that they got to do, and we really don't respect them. Seriously. All right? But let's continue to play this.
Of minorities, particularly African American and Latinx and even Native Americans.
Whoa! Did he just say African Americans, Latinos, Native Americans? I want y'all to marinate on that. A virus that started off in Wuhan, China, all of a sudden are being targeted to African Americans, Native Americans, Latinos. Who do that sound like to y'all? I want y'all to say who it sounds like. I'm not even going to say who it sounds like. I want y'all in the chat to say, what demographic of people is that? No, let's just put it out there. Let's say it. That's the children of Israel. That's the children of Israel, right? Right? Is that not the tribes of Israel? Hey. Let's continue.
Of minorities, particularly African American and Latinx and even Native Americans and Alaskan Americans and Pacific Americans, is to get them into the trials so that you could show in the trials that it is safe and it is effective.
They're going after the 144,000. All right? That's who they're going after. This is a battle between darkness and light. They're going after the children of the light. They're going after the chosen. That's who they want.
In the minority communities, because once you show that, then you could build up the confidence that we're not just testing it in other people, then trying to give it to you, or give it to you, but not give it to other people.
Now he's telling on himself. Now he's just straight up telling on himself. We want to roll out these trials to these people, but then we want to show you a few other people getting it. I'm translating for him. Then we want to show you a few other people getting, so you don't think we just coming after y'all. It is nothing like somebody being vile and evil and wretched right to your face. Right to your face, telling you what they're trying to do to you and your people right directly in front of you with a smile on their face. With a smile.
You got to have a broad range of people that are represented in the clinical trials. And that's what we need.
You got to have a broad range of people represented in the clinical trials. Why? Because they don't want to make it seem like it's going after the people he just listed. The particular demographic of people he just listed, he don't want to make it seem like those are the targets. So we got to have, listen, we need your people to represent so we can get your people involved. That's pretty much what he's saying. This man is a soulless beast. This man is going to go to the lowest level of hell. The lowest level. Straight up.
Outreach for. We need to engage the community to be very transparent and tell them everything they want to know, exactly what's in the vaccine, what the risk.
That means tell them exactly what we want them to hear. They speak in code. He's saying we're going to tell them exactly what they want to know. That's what he said, but what he meant was we're going to tell them what they want to hear. All right?
Risks are, etc.
Yeah, because I don't want to get sick trying to get healthy.
Right, you bet.
And I definitely don't want to be a guinea pig. I feel like my whole life I've been a guinea pig. Like,
she said, I don't want to be no damn guinea pig. She said, our whole life we've been guinea pigs. She said she been a guinea pig her whole life, but what she really meant is we've been guinea pigs our whole life. Every time you read the back of a food package and there's a new ingredient in it, something that you can't pronounce, you're being treated like a guinea pig. Every time they add something into the water and we're totally unbeknownst to it, you're being treated like a guinea pig. Every time they spray chemtrails in the sky and create these hard metals in the atmosphere, you're being treated like a guinea pig. All right? Even when they spend billions upon billions of dollars on marketing to get you to purchase certain items, through psychological warfare, you're being treated like a guinea pig. But Tiffany Haddish said, look, we tired of, basically what she's saying is we're tired of being treated like guinea pigs.
I've never even actually seen a guinea pig in real life, but that's just a saying I hear all the time. So I don't want to be the test dummy. You know, I don't want to be like, how many people y'all been checking this out on so far? Because I was looking, I saw like 1,000 people online, but I don't know if that's true.
Well, in the,
she said, I don't want to be no guinea pig. What are people that y'all tested this vaccination on? She's being very inquisitive.
We will ultimately, in the trial that, there are two trials that started a week and a half ago, July 27th. They're called phase 3 trials. The ultimate goal is to get about 30,000 people per trial. 15,000 get the vaccine, 15,000 get a placebo, see if it does work. Right now, we just started a few days ago. I think it's close.
He just told on himself again. Some people are getting the vaccine. Some people are getting a placebo. For those who don't know what a placebo is basically a non-vaccine. It could be a sugar tablet. They can put water and sugar inside of it. And he's telling on himself. He's telling you that those demographic of people who we're aiming towards, they're getting the real thing. Then you have another demographic of people, they're getting a placebo. All right? I'm telling you, they got all these numbers charted out. They know exactly who they're going to be aiming at. They know exactly who they want the venom to go to.
The 6,000 people are on one trial. I have to check what is on the other trial. So in the next, I would say 6 weeks, we're going to get up to the 30,000.
Now, are y'all using Henrietta Lax's cells?
No, we're not for this one. You're talking about hela cells, right?
Yes, the hela cells. I read the book, and then I'm a little scientist myself. I got a microscope. I be looking at all kind of germs and all kind of stuff. I checks out all these things. Like when the doctor's like, I think you have this. I'm like, well, let me see if I got it. And I look at everything. And I know that like the polio vaccine was really good. There's barely any polio anymore. And like measles, mumps, and things like that. But then, and you can find what's in those, but I don't know what's in the flu vaccine. I can never find a recipe for that.
There are at least 3 separate types of vaccines as broad general class.
Has Fauci told her the ingredients of the COVID-19 vaccinations yet? Has he told her yet? Absolutely not. You still haven't told her what's in the ingredients. Just wanted to point that out.
One of the ones that just started a week and a half ago, it's called an mRNA or messenger RNA vaccine. And what we do is that given the modern technology, we don't even have to grow the virus or handle the virus. Because when you get the virus, you publish the genetic sequence on a public database. And technologies that we have now that weren't even imagined 20 years ago, you could pull the gene out of the sequence that codes for one particular protein on the virus. So if the virus is like this round thing,
now he's just trying to give us some science talk, a bunch of jargon. These people are demons.
Has these spikes coming out of it, like this.
Looks like a bad hair day.
Yeah, it's a really bad hair day. It looks like somebody, I don't think I can do that with my hair, but I think if you have spiked hair, that's the reason.
I can't do it with mine now.
No, you're worse than I am. It's called coronavirus because corona stands for crown. And it looks like the spokes on the spikes on a crown. Well, you take that gene and you stick it in the mRNA, and when you inject it into the arm, the mRNA, which, just pumps out.
Well, anyway, he's just going to give a bunch of jargon. I mean, he's just going to talk, and babble on. That's what they do in Babylon. They babble on and they babble on. And that's basically what Fauci's going to do. He's never answered a question, but you know what? He told her straight up what the plan is. But what eye are you listening from? I mean, what eye are you seeing this from? What ears are you listening from? And, we gotta pay attention, man. Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs real quick. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. Proverbs 14 and 12 says, "There's a way which seemeth right unto man, but the end thereof are the ways of death." There's a way that seems right unto man, but the end thereof, the ways of death. So it may seem right that, you're trying to protect yourself, so to speak, that you don't want to inconvenience yourself and your family. You want your kids to go back to school and continue doing what it is they do, and you don't want to watch out for your kids and homeschool them, although most states are recommending that you just go ahead and homeschool your child. And let me just say this, the Most High's hands is in all of this, because we should have been homeschooling our children. So we can teach them their ways and our ways, our culture, our history. The Most High been trying to get parents to pull their kids out of this education system and teach their kids like we should have been doing. So the Most High's hands is in this, but you got a lot of people who are selfish. They're selfish with their time. They're selfish with how they raise their children. They don't want anything to inconvenience them whatsoever. They just don't stand for anything. And it may seem right to them to go about what the system is promoting against them. It may seem to be right because it's convenient. It's easy for them. They can continue with a sense of normalcy. They can continue with their lives. So it seems right. But guess what? The end thereof leads to death. Now, one can only speculate about these vaccinations. I have my speculations of what I think is going to take place. And my speculations are based on a repetitive history. A repetitive history of seeing vaccinations have an adverse effect. My perception of what's going to happen is based on instinct, spirituality, and everything of that nature. Being conscientious. And to be totally frank with you, what I see happening, what I can foresee happening is World War Z. I don't know if y'all ever seen a movie called World War Z with Brad Pitt. It came out like 2013. It's called World War Z, right? That's what I believe is going to happen. I believe that people are going to lose their damn minds. And I don't think it's going to happen immediately. I believe that they're going to have more than one vaccine that's rolled out. But once people get conditioned and acclimated to accepting the initial intrusion, they're going to be getting these vaccinations. And eventually it's going to kill the God gene within their mind. And they're going to become pretty much psychopaths, a zombie-like state. I just think people won't be the same anymore. Recently, I spoke on a dream that I had where everybody around us that we are familiar with became basically unrecognizable. Their whole aura changed. And that's kind of what I see happening. Something changing within them. When you look at them, you look at the eyes and the soul is gone. There's a cognitive dissonance. The spirit has depleted. And this also can be a trial run for the mark of the beast. And what I mean by that is eventually through companies like Luciferase, they want to roll out a spending method using biometrics. And this could be the trial period to see who will easily fold, who will easily accept in order to gain some sort of incentive. All right. And it's truly rolling out an incentive program. And I'm going to actually prove that. I'm not just saying this based on how I feel. This is a fact that they're now rolling out incentives for people who actually go ahead and get the vaccinations. All right. Paid to be immunized. Paid to be immunized. All right. We're going to go to a news clip. And this is 12 News. I'm going to 12 News, and I've seen several news broadcasting this. I've seen several articles broadcasting the idea of getting a $1,500 stimulus check based on being immunized. I mean, they're talking about having some type of platform where people can enter their social security card, and they can enter it through a portal. Their social security number, rather, enter it through a portal to show that they've been vaccinated in order to receive this incentive. But let's go to the news clip, and I'm going to chime in. Give me one moment. I don't know what's going on with my computer here. It seems to be stagnated today. My browser seems to be acting strange at the moment, but y'all bear with me. And if you're in this live stream and you gain an edification, make sure you thumb the video up, because a lot of people need to see this. Somebody said $1,500. That's just disrespectful. Yeah, somebody said $1,500 is not much. Hey, I'm going to be honest with you. With so much poverty going on based on everything that's taking place in the world, a lot of people need that $1,500. You understand? A lot of people need it. And that's the point. It's almost like the world has purposely caused reliance on this system so people would need it. Remember, man, people not working, unemployment runs out, Christmas Day. All right, let's see. Y'all give me one moment. I don't know what's going on here with this computer.
Rachel, new this morning, a former presidential candidate has a plan to persuade people to get the COVID-19 vaccine. He wants to pay them. And we want to hear from you this morning. Would you be willing to take the vaccine if you got paid for it? Text us right now, 602-444-1212. And we're not talking about a couple dollars here. Former U.S. Representative John Delaney, he's proposing Americans get $1,500 for getting immunized. Delaney says shelling out big bucks would ensure that the vaccine is taken and it could ease the financial burden on families impacted by the pandemic. That seems like a decent enough plan, I guess, but how would it work? Delaney proposes the government creates a system that would give people a number once they're vaccinated. Once they turn in their number along with their social security number to confirm their identity, they then get a check. Participation would be voluntary, so if you're really not interested in taking the vaccine, of course, you don't have to. The big challenge to get this done is that everyone getting everybody on board, but also figuring out how to pay for it. Yeah, I mean, like, where would all this money come from? So sending Americans a $1,500 check could cost upward of $380 billion.
They print the money like Monopoly paper. All right? They print it like Monopoly paper. The money means nothing. And if they can print out $380 billion to not only get all the American citizens they want vaccinated and also pay for all these medical supplies and places to actually set up centers for vaccinations, that shows you that they can help you at any time. You see how the system spits in your face? If they can print out $380 million for everybody, right? $80 billion, pardon me, for everybody who is suffering right now, struggling right now, back pay on rent, they can help. They choose not to.
Which is a lot of money. But Delaney argues it would be worth it in the long run. Currently, there are no formal proposals on Capitol Hill to tie stimulus check eligibility to COVID-19 vaccination. So we asked you to weigh in on this. What people are saying this morning is across the board. Don says, if the medical community says it's safe, I'll get the vaccine. I will not need to be paid in order to do so. Joe says, shoot, sign me up for 4 of them. Yeah, why not, right? Now they're trying to...
I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, there's going to be a lot of people who will get this vaccination because they want that $1,500. They may even need the $1,500. But guess what? If you have a need, what does the Bible tell you to do? The Bible tells you to depend on the Lord for thy daily bread, right? That's part of the Lord's prayer, right? When you pray to the Lord, Lord, give us this day our daily bread, right? So if you're in need of something, where's your faith in a higher power? People need to learn how to separate their needs and their wants. You got to separate your needs and your wants, man. Do you need $1,500 or you want it? What are you going to be out here getting with it? I seen some news aired recently about an up and coming food shortage, and it was aired basically from a food bank in Texas. A food bank in Texas, and they were actually using that broadcast to incentivize their citizens to go get vaccinated so they can go buy a lump sum of food. So they're even using the food shortage theory or non-theory because it's really the truth. You know, there is already a food shortage technically, but they're using that whole broadcast to roll out, hey, you're going to need food. So since you're going to need food, go get vaccinated so you can get this $1,500. So, I mean, they're rolling it out. That's why I say, give us this day our daily bread. The Lord, listen, the Lord can feed. He feeds the birds in the sky every day. The birds eat every day. Squirrels eat every day. Stray cats and stray dogs eat every day. But you telling me that you don't have the faith that the Lord is going to provide for you. And I'm not telling you not to get prepared, but I'm saying there has to be some level of faith that you can survive this.
Bias. Can 2020 get any worse? Don't answer that, universe. Yeah, please don't put that out in the world, Julie. Continue to weigh in. And I guess this question that we're asking you is, if you weren't willing to get the vaccine in the first place for no money, Would the money persuade you to do so? Is that enough? So keep weighing in. We want to hear from you this morning. 12 News 6.
That's crazy that they got to incentivize people, man. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? Don't you know that your body is the temple of the Most High God? The Spirit of God dwelleth in you. Your body, your choice. Your body, your choice. The Spirit of the Most High resides in you. That's the God gene they're talking about. When you look at the VMAT, the VMAT that they're trying to knock out. The God gene. That's the God that lives in you. Know ye not that you are temples of the Most High, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? Don't you know the Most High dwell in you? Where's your faith at? I'm telling you, let me go to another source here real quick. And I'm going to go to this source because I want y'all, all brothers and sisters who may be in Atlanta, Georgia, I need y'all to know what's going on around us as well. I'm going to speak to all the locals right now. What Kemp has going on, the governor Kemp has going on, far as how they're going to distribute vaccinations. All right. Now, where I'm going, just give me one moment. I'm having a lot of lagging on my actual computer, so y'all please bear with me. Be patient. And also thumb the video up. Thumb the video up. All right. So my source that I'm going to is an article from the Ledger Inquirer. All right. And the name of this article is Kemp signs latest COVID-19 order, shares new details on vaccination timeline in GA. Okay. Now I'm going to bring this out so y'all can know what's going on. I'm not going to read it. I'm actually going to play the article. Let's see. Give us some time to load up here. All right. For everybody who
COVID-19 order shares new details on
pardon me.
vaccination timeline in GA.
For everybody sending
Georgia Governor Brian Kemp.
Oh, this thing is tripping. For everybody sending super chats, I'd like to thank y'all. I highly appreciate it. Let's get this this particular video played.
His newest COVID-19 executive order extended current restrictions in place across the state and also offered new details about upcoming vaccine distribution plans. Kemp suspended several laws to allow for drive-through vaccination and changes to who observes the patient after the vaccine is administered.
All right, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Here in Atlanta, Georgia, in Georgia in general, let's be clear about that. The whole state of Georgia, they're going to be rolling out drive-through vaccination centers. So just like you can go to Mickey D's and you can go there and get your, get your burgers and fries and get a little, get a little bit of poison in your body. It's the same way you can drive through and go ahead and get, your vaccination. All right. That's how they rolling it out here in Georgia. And you can say what you want, man. There's a lot of brothers that's talking real tough out here, talking about how, over my dead body. Yeah, right. Vaccinations. Yeah, right. Never that. I ain't doing it. A lot of them going to be the same brothers. They're going to go right through that drive-through and get that $1,500. I'm just being real with you. Mark my words, that's how it's going to go down. It's going to be a lot of brothers who roll through there, a lot of sisters and brothers, a lot of hypocrites are going to roll right through the World War Z drive-through. They're going to get it. I'm gonna speculate with y'all what's going to happen, right? You're going to be on the block. You're going to be out there with your boys. And one of your boys going to come back. You're going to be like, dude, where you been at, bruh? And they're going to be like, man, I ain't do nothing, man. Just cop these J's, just got me a little flat screen, no biggie, a little razzle, got this little necklace on and whatnot, a little razzle, nothing serious. And you're going to be like, dude, why you got that Band-Aid on your arm, man? What you doing with that Band-Aid on? Man, why you got a little medical band around your wrist, bruh? What you doing with that medical? Where you been at, man? You hit that drive-through, didn't you, man? Oh, man, it ain't nothing, man. Y'all scary, man. Y'all stop being scary, man. We hit the drive-through. It is what it is. I got there. I had to get my bands. You know what I'm saying? We going out this weekend. That's how it's going to happen. And my theory is, this is my theory. I believe there's some type of time release capsule in these vaccinations. Because if everybody just went crazy or lost their damn minds immediately, nobody would get it, right? If people just start dying immediately, nobody would get it. So what's going to happen is that same dude that come back like, everything good, bruh. Everything good, ain't nothing, Yeah, I got the 1,500. I'm straight, man. Go get your money. I'm about my money. I promise you, about 2 weeks later, you're going to see that brother on the damn roof of his house. You're going to look out your window. That brother going to be on his damn roof. And he going to be like, man, the Dougal brothers are coming. Peanut butter. I love peanut butter. Oh, where's the jelly? Huh, I ain't just say that. What's going on here? Total mind scrambled, bruh. Straight lost. Lost in the albatross, man. I'm telling you, that's how it's gonna go down. And I'm not being facetious by saying this. Because when you get something put in your body that you don't know, even if it don't affect you on an exterior level, even if it don't affect you on the outward, trust and believe something is happening right up here. Something is happening right up here and right in here. Something is changing. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters ain't gonna be the same. I'm telling you, they're gonna be wild. You're gonna go outside and it's gonna be on some World War Z. And then you're gonna see real police defunded. All the speculation that they gave you over the course of this year about police defunded, oh, the police gonna be like, hell yeah, defund us. We don't even look because we ain't going out there. We ain't going out there. And they're also talking about in various countries having military assist with administering vaccinations or tests rather, and going to people's home asking people if they want to be tested for COVID-19, but they're claiming that it's involuntary. They're claiming that it's involuntary, but if you got somebody with an AK-47 like this at your door with a damn Q-tip, like, hey, would you like to get tested? This is the reason why I tell brothers and sisters to practice your Second Amendment. Because if military show up at your door like this, and they're like, hey, this is not mandatory. This ain't mandatory, but if you would like to get tested, we right here. And we recommend you get tested. Now imagine you standing there right with them. You open your door just like this. Yes, can I help you? And they like, hey, do you want to get tested? No, sir, I don't want to get tested. You got your AK, I got mine, right? No, thank you. No, we don't want nobody coming in. No, we good on that. No, we good. Thanks for asking. But we good on that. We healthy in here. That's the only thing that people respect. That's what you got to understand, man. You're living in those times. Yeah. But, man, that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I just really wanted to come through with this quick live stream to bring out some facts of what's going on here in this day and age. One can only speculate. I do know for a fact in Brazil, a couple people died. I've seen various news clips fluctuating. In this day and age, it's hard to tell what's real news and what's fake news. So, you know, that's what Babylon does. It causes confusion. So, all in all, I've even heard of people dying after getting the vaccination. So, if you're perfectly healthy, why risk yourself? Why even do that? You're perfectly healthy and you're that afraid of becoming sick that you take something that could actually kill you. Not saying it will kill you, but it could. And that's just the point I wanted to make. This is how I feel personally. Again, I don't work in the pharmaceutical industry. I only can go based on how I see things and how I view things from a spiritual vantage point. And that's just what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for watching this stream. Hopefully it helps you out in your walk and your journey. If it did, make sure you share this video. And you all have a blessed day. If you would like exclusive content, follow me on Patreon. I will leave a link in the description box as soon as this live stream ends. Thank y'all for y'all support. Y'all have a blessed day. Shalom and peace.